All in Washington, a concert for COVID-19 relief. The goal is to raise money and give back and support workers and families impacted by coronavirus. And it's going to feature a lot of Northwest artists like Pearl Jam, Macklemore, Brandi Carlile, Ben Gibbard, Dave Matthews Sir Mix-a-Lot, and a local singer, you see him there on your screen, Alan Stone, just to name a few. So that will air again tonight starting at 7 p.m. right here on KREM 2, and it will be followed with a special primetime newscast. Should be a really good time. All right, thanks so much for waking up with us here on Up with KREM 5 a.m. now on our Wednesday morning. Great to have you with us. And Joshua, it looks like it's going to be quite the lineup for that show.
You know what's funny? I was just having a conversation the other day. I was like, I haven't heard anything from Macklemore in a little while. I feel like he hasn't done anything in a little. So now we get a chance to hear him along with all of those other fantastic artists out of the Northwest too.
I didn't say, running down the list, we have so many talented people here just in Washington State. So looking forward to that for sure. Again, coming up tonight at 7 on KREM 2. In the meantime, though, we do want to take a live look outside here on our Wednesday morning. I heard a little thunder moving through about 5 minutes ago, and now I hear a few sprinkles here on the South Hill. Evan Narani is joining us now with a look outside and what we can expect. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen. That's right. We're out here in our outdoor weather center. Perfect time to be able to talk about what the elements are out here. So we haven't quite seen the sun come up. So although it may not look like we're outside, I promise we are. We're starting to see a little bit of a mist come down, like you mentioned, in some spots, a few sprinkles, a little bit of a gust coming through as far as your winds go. And that's because this cold front is passing through as we speak. You can see how the cloud cover is just kind of diagonal across the state of Washington. And that's what's moving in our direction. It's not going to knock our temperatures down too much, but it is going to give us quite a bit of relief from the sun, and we're going to see quite a few clouds as we go into the rest of the day. A little bit of a closer look. Here are those showers that we're talking about, just traveling through the Spokane area as we speak. We're going to continue to see a few of those showers, especially as they push farther off to the south and to the east, and the next 12 hours still hold a good potential to see some sunshine. So we're starting to see those drizzles come through. They'll clear up for a bit, and we'll see partly cloudy skies to cap out the afternoon, and then toward the evening hours we see that potential again for some thunderstorms like we're seeing right now. So Jen mentioned she heard a little bit of thunder and lightning out there. That's still taking place as we speak, but from my vantage point where we are in the South Hill, we're just seeing kind of those thicker clouds as we start off the morning. So what we see as far as your wind speeds go, right now sustained speeds are at 14 miles an hour in Spokane. Gives us quite a breeze to contend with, so we'll keep tabs on what we see as far as your wind out there, as far as the showers that we're seeing. This is all part of a very weak cold front that comes through this morning and into the rest of your day today to mix things up a little bit before we move back to that very summer-like weather pattern that we saw for the earlier portion of the week. We'll see that for your Thursday, Friday. Jen and Joshua, I'll send things back over to you guys.
Hey Jen, while we have him out there, he's officially premiering this new weather set that we tried yesterday, but you know, we had sprinklers yesterday and now the promise of showers today. Jen, he just can't catch a break.
No promises. We had the sprinklers on you yesterday, and now we might have showers this morning, Evan. Really, you just can't catch a break.
It's just starting to come down a little bit. So we've got a little bit of a drizzle right now, and the question is, once the sun comes up, how is this going to work out? So we're hoping that the sprinklers don't come up, in about an hour or so. That's when they came up yesterday morning. And then, of course, once the sun makes its way through, we'll see how everything goes. Back to you guys.
All right, Evan, thank you so much. And Justin Marshall, by the way, just emailed in some great sunrise photos. So we see you, Justin. We see those pictures. We'll make sure to get those into Evan's hands this morning so he can take a look as well. All right, well, starting Friday, this certainly has a lot of people talking across the state. Face coverings will be mandatory across Washington state. Washington Governor Jay Inslee announced that rule yesterday, along with some new guidelines as well. Dana Marie McNichol is joining us live this morning to walk us through those new rules. Good morning, Dana Marie.
Well, no matter what the rules are in your county right now, everyone across Washington state over the age of 5 will be required to wear a mask or a face covering starting Friday. So this morning we do want you to weigh in. Do you think that face masks should be required statewide? It's a conversation many of us are waking up to discussing this morning, and we want you to join ours. So let us know by voting in our KREM 2 mobile app. Again, do you think face masks should be required statewide? Now, this announcement comes as Washington is seeing an uptick in COVID-19 cases. As businesses reopen and the numbers concerns of Governor Jay Inslee, he says wearing a face mask or covering is the only thing that's proven to help stop the spread.
We may think that we're done with the virus, but the virus is not done with us. Is this just a hypothetical concern? Unfortunately, it is not.
The new mask mandate has a lot of information that comes with it, and many of you have questions about it, so we're here to answer some of your top questions, starting with what kind of mask do I need? The short answer is any kind of face covering is acceptable. It just needs to cover your nose and mouth. That could range from a more heavy-duty mask like the N95 or surgical masks to lower-tech cloth coverings like a scarf or even a bandana. So the easy answer is you probably already have one of these at your home. Another question we received is, where do I wear a mask? Well, you're required to wear a face covering in any public indoor setting or public outdoor setting where social distancing isn't possible. So basically, if you're in close proximity with people you don't live with, you need to be wearing a mask. However, if you're outdoors and able to stay 6 feet apart from people not in your household, you do not need a mask. Now, on Twitter, Governor Jay Inslee reminded everyone that wearing face coverings reduces the spread of coronavirus, but there is a lot more we have to do. That's including practicing social distancing, washing your hands, getting tested for COVID-like symptoms, and staying home if you are sick. And then he followed up that tweet saying, "Mask up, Washington. Let's beat this virus." Now, whether you are inside or outside, starting on Friday, you will need to wear a mask. So this morning, we want you to join our conversation. Do you think face masks should be required statewide? Let us know by voting in our KREM 2 mobile app. We also want you to use our texting feature. We're all in this together, and we know we need to navigate this new norm. So if you have questions about this new mandate, please let us know. Text us at 509-448-2000. We have someone in our newsroom getting those and making sure we send that answers to you right to your phone. Live in downtown Spokane, I'm Dana Marie McNichol. Back to you.
Dana Marie, thank you so much for walking us through what we can expect. Again, those masks mandatory come Friday. Well, this morning, Spokane police have arrested a 36-year-old woman related to a rash of car fires in North Spokane. And we first brought this story to you as breaking news on Monday on Up with KREM. Officers arrested Stephanie Register yesterday near the STA Plaza. They booked her into jail on one count of second-degree arson with a few more charges pending. They say she is the woman pictured in security camera images near the scenes of those fires. Police say she damaged 20 pieces of property, including 10 U-Haul trucks, 5 private vehicles, a garage, fencing, and several garbage cans. SPD says the suspect was picked up by police again at the Spokane Transit Authority Plaza. All right, well, let's check in with Joshua now for a look at today's headlines. Hi, Joshua.
Thank you, Jen. Good morning to you as well. Coming up on 5:09 on the dot now, Superintendent Dr. Shelley Redinger has announced that she is leaving Spokane Public Schools. Redinger will sign on as superintendent of Richland School District in the Tri-Cities area, where she previously spent part of her career. Now, representatives of the school board say that they are already working to find her replacement. 2 men are in the hospital this morning as well after a helicopter crash near Rathdrum. The crash happened yesterday on the northwest corner of Highway 41 and Wyoming Avenue. Kootenai County deputies say that the 2 men who were in the helicopter at the time of the crash have serious but non-life-threatening injuries. They were both taken to the hospital after witnesses on scene tried to perform initial aid.
Absolutely, that the bystanders that responded did an outstanding job, because it was only within seconds, with it being fully engulfed at the time. Both the patients did have extensive burns to their body. Rolled them to the ground and knocked out the fire that they did have, and then took them over to a place of safety on the side of Highway 41.
Now, traffic was initially blocked in the area, but the road has since reopened. Deputies are still asking people to avoid that area if possible, as the FAA continues to investigate the crash. A man is dead this morning after a shooting involving 2 people in North Spokane. The shooting happened yesterday outside of Christ Our Hope Church on Augusta Avenue and Monroe Street. Police say that the suspect has been detained and is cooperating with authorities. Authorities also say the shooting happened after a fight. Monroe Street was closed in both directions for about 4 blocks, but as of this morning, it is reopened. The Schweitzer Engineering Laboratory, based out of Pullman, has written a letter to President Donald Trump objecting to the recent steps taken to add immigration requirements for workers. In the letter, President Edmund O. Schweitzer explained that the company's reasons for objecting include reasons mentioning existing immigration procedures being more expensive and time-consuming. He also objected to the measures because they are not in line with President Trump's goal of getting the economy running again. That is your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. 5:11 now on your Wednesday morning. Hey, baseball is officially back. Starting July 1st, 1 week from today, players can report to camps. Now, Major League Baseball Players Association and the team owners have agreed to a 60-game schedule. And the schedule is still being worked out in terms of the specific dates, but opening day is set for sometime between the weekend of July 23rd and July 26th in empty ballparks. In a tweet Tuesday night, the MLB Players Association stated, quote, "All remaining issues have been resolved and players are reporting to training camps." Now, it has not been an easy road to get here. It has been an ugly road. In fact, owners and players have spent more than 3 months trying to come up with a way to play amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Seattle Mariners have also taken to Twitter to share their own excitement of baseball being back. They tweeted, "Say it with us, play ball." And current Mariner and Gonzaga alumni Marco Gonzalez also took to Twitter saying, "We're back," with his own celebratory gif. Now, as states across the country move further into their own reopening plans, that also means big crowds of people are becoming more and more common. Let's welcome in our Nicole Hernandez this morning, who joins us live with a closer look at how the national trend is hitting close to home here in the Northwest. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Joshua. So scrolling through social media recently, you may have noticed pictures, videos of those packed bars, packed crowds, and beaches all over the country and some of those cities that have opened up more. So I want to give you a look at what we've been seeing on social media here. So you can see bars and beaches packed full when cities started reopening. Phoenix specifically had a pretty short stay-at-home order compared to us. The problem now, their coronavirus cases are spiking. They're seeing thousands of new cases and dozens of new deaths every single day. So that got me thinking, since Idaho here is in phase 4 now, and they're allowing bigger crowds than we could when we were social distancing and when we were in the stay-at-home order, should we be worried? Well, first I want to give you a look at this. This is a look at how packed full the grandstands at State Line Speedway were just this past weekend. Even though the racetrack was encouraging social distancing and wearing masks, you can see that that didn't exactly happen. The Idaho Panhandle Health District says they are worried about people not following these guidelines.
We're concerned because it doesn't seem like everyone is practicing the precautions that we've asked them to. You know, the mask wearing, the cloth face coverings, the physical distancing, the avoiding crowds.
So this graph here shows what Idaho's cases looked like from the start of the outbreak to just the beginning of this past week. You can see how when we social distanced, when that was happening, we had very few cases. But then as the state started to open back up, that spike of cases went back up. 2 days ago, the Panhandle Health District reported 15 new cases. And they said even though that doesn't sound like a lot, that is a big increase for the area. The one thing the health district kept telling me over and over while we were on that Zoom call is just to have people continue doing that social distancing, washing those hands, wearing those masks, because doing those things does actually work. The goal here, of course, is to keep those cases as low as possible and hopefully have no more deaths in this area. Live from home, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Thank you very much for joining us with that update this morning, Nicole. Taking a look at other news this morning, let's welcome back our own Jen York this morning here on Up with KREM. Jen.
Joshua, thank you. Well, this morning, the FBI says a noose in the garage of a black NASCAR driver is not a targeted threat. Now, there are a lot of claims circling online as the FBI and NASCAR investigate what happened to driver Bubba Wallace. Our Verify team is breaking it down.
There are three major claims we're talking about. First, was a noose actually found? Yes. Both NASCAR and the recent FBI statement confirmed that a noose was found in Bubba Wallace's garage at the Talladega Superspeedway. Now, NASCAR says it's actually, quote, a garage door pull rope fashioned like a noose. So, claim verified. A noose was found, but it was actually a door pull. Next, a viral claim says this was all a misunderstanding, and it was actually just a serpentine belt, not a noose. That claim is false. NASCAR and the FBI confirmed that this was a piece of rope found in Wallace's garage. We now know it was a pull rope for a garage door, so this claim is false. Finally, was the noose left on purpose as a targeted hate crime against Wallace? No. The FBI and NASCAR both say the pull rope had been there since at least October of last year, long before Wallace was in that garage. Now, NASCAR specifically said, quote, Bubba Wallace was not the target of a hate crime. So we're moving that claim to false as well. Now, this story has changed a lot as the FBI and NASCAR investigated, and you're likely going to see more claims about it. Before you share those online, send them our way, and we'll verify what's actually true. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.